In the news headline, Nigerian troops ambush Boko Haram terrorists and neutralizing two in Borno. Bayero University Kano extends student registration exercise by 1 month. Niger's military junta threatens to kill Bazoum if ECOWAS send troops to Niger. Good evening, listeners. Today is Friday, 24th Muharram 1444 after Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is equivalent to 11th August 2023. I am Salma Adam Iko with the news. Vice President Kashim Shettima has renewed the federal government's resolve to adopt additional measures to address banditry ravaging the Northwest region. Shettima said this yesterday after receiving a presentation by the National Defense College NDC COSTAT 1 participant at the presidential villa Abuja. He said the current administration was prioritizing climate change interventions to tackle the menace of desertification, coastal erosion, and flooding. He welcomed the management of the National Defense College for its commitment, zeal, passion, and sacrifice in finding solutions to the many challenges confronting the nation. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogola, says Nigerian Navy will leverage an artificial intelligence (AI) and emerging technologies to enhance its operational activities. Mr. Ogola said this during the presentation of a paper by Navy participant of the National Defense College, COSTAT 1. The Chief of Naval Staff said that the use of artificial intelligence was significantly transforming the maritime industry, adding that Nigerian Navy was embracing it to improve the availability of ships towards enhancing operational effectiveness. He commended the participants for their effort at drafting a roadmap for transforming the Navy's maintenance system into an AI compliant system. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has taken receipt of some tools and systems from the European Union aimed at in the country's electoral system. The INEC National Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu noted that there were several components on that PES2 project. He stated that the first component for calls on support to INEC administered through the Development Alternatives Incorporated DAI. Mahmoud Yakubu said this is designed to address 5 thematic areas, that is to enhancing and strengthening planning and operational capacities, and also improving the Commission's internal communication and external engagement with stakeholders. According to the INEC chairman, other areas include enhancing Electoral Institute capacity for training and research, assisting in the improvement of legal and policy frameworks for the conduct of elections, and enhancing the development and incorporation of technological innovations. The management of Bayero University Kano has extended its student registration by 1 month to allow indigent students to register. A statement by the University Director of Public Affairs, Lamara Garba, yesterday night said the extension of the registration followed appeals by Kano State Government, student bodies, and general public. According to Garba, the registration will now end at midnight on Sunday, September 10th, 2023. Sawaba Radio report that last June, the university announced an increment of registration fees for undergraduate and postgraduate students of the institution with over 100% increase. Former Governor of Kaduna State Nasir El-Rufai has officially communicated his decision to withdraw his interest in being considered for a ministerial position within President Bola Tinubu's cabinet. The announcement was made during a meeting held on Tuesday between El-Rufai and President Tinubu. The former governor emphasized his commitment to contributing to Nigeria's development as a private citizen and highlighted his ongoing doctorate program in the Netherlands as a key reason for his withdrawal from the cabinet candidacy. El-Rufai also took the opportunity to propose Jafaru Ibrahim Sani, a former commissioner in various ministries under his governorship, as a competent replacement for the Kaduna State ministerial slot. The decision followed hurdles in El-Rufai's ministerial confirmation, with the Senate withholding his confirmation alongside two other nominees based on security reports from the State Security Service (SSS). During the meeting, President Tinubu informed El-Rufai of received petitions critical of his ministerial nomination and requested 24 hours to review these petitions. Nasarawa state government has confirmed the receipt of federal government palliatives aimed at mitigating the effect of the recent fuel subsidy removal. Governor Abdullahi Sule made this announcement during his visit to the residence of Nasarawa Speaker Balarabe Abdullahi today. Governor Sule expressed his appreciation for the aid provided by President Bola Tinubu and assured citizens of the fair and judicious distribution of the palliatives. And the news is coming to you from Studio of Sawaba Radio. More of the news after the short break. Do stay.
This is news on the hour. Sawaba Radio FM. Stay tuned.
Thank you for staying tuned. This is Sawaba Global News at 7 coming to you from studio of Sawaba Radio 104.9 Hadija. You can also watch us live on our Facebook page Sawaba Radio 104.9 Hadija and all our social media platforms for more updates. Protesters been blocked Makurdi Lafia Highway over the killing of 5 people in 2 villages in Guma local government area of Benue State. According to newsmen, hundreds of women and youth trooped out early today morning to mount a roadblock on the highway leading from Makurdi to Lafia and Abuja. It was gathered that travelers were stranded as there was no movement of vehicles in or out of Makurdi, the state capital. The victims were reportedly killed in separate attacks by the gunmen in the communities of Ungban and killed 3 people on Thursday. The gunman also attacked and killed 2 people at Inyan on today morning. The villagers lamented a similar attack in the community earlier this year, which led to the killing of over 30 people, including IDPs. The Joint Task Force North-East Operation Hadinkai has successfully ambushed and neutralized 2 Boko Haram terrorists in Kwanduga local government area in Borno State. This is contained in a statement by the spokesman, Brigadier General Onyema Onwachukwu, who revealed that the ambush was executed along Kuka, a non-crossing point for the terrorists. According to the troops, strategic positioning allowed them to engage the unsuspecting Boko Haram members in an intense firefight. This swift operation resulted in the neutralization of 2 terrorists while others scattered in panic. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarut Lagbaja, commended the troops for their vigilance and commendable combat spirit. He encouraged them to maintain their current momentum, emphasizing the importance of completely eradicating any remnant of terrorists and bandits within their operational jurisdiction. The Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) will hold Russia to account if the Wagner Group, a private military contractor of Eastern European nation, violates human rights in the wake of Niger coup. The ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Ambassador Abdel Fattah Musa, noted that another West African nation had a separate arrangement with the security outfit. Musa said the Wagner Group apparently is in Mali today. The Malian government says this is an agreement between them and the Russian Federation. Musa stated that private military companies had been a feature of the African conflict scene for years. The ECOWAS commissioner also highlighted the current involvement of the Western forces in Niger, including France and European Union (EU), adding that the region had also seen an influx of Middle Eastern nations such as Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia, alike with Russia and China. The West African leaders says the planning of troop development to Niger to restore democracy is ongoing, but it will only stop if the junta officially agrees to hold talks with them. The Economic Community of West African State Commissioner for Political Peace and Security Abdel Fattah Musa has said the junta is not willing to have direct contact with them, making negotiations difficult. If it is not clear when the military will be deployed, but ECOWAS says they are not going to dialogue forever. Musa says ECOWAS will not allow the junta to rule for a short period like their counterpart in Burkina Faso and Mali. He added that West African leaders have been able to reach out to Ustad President Mohamed Bazoum, who they say is living under inhuman conditions in darkness and without proper medical attention. The ECOWAS official also said soldiers have tried to force Mr. Bazoum into signing his resignation letter, but he has so far managed not to. Meanwhile, Niger's military junta has reportedly told the top United States diplomats that they would kill the first President Mohamed Bazoum if neighboring countries attempted any military intervention to restore democratic rule. Two Western officials said it had directed the development of a standby force to restore democracy in Niger after its deadline of Sunday to reinstate Bazoum expired. The threat to the first president raises the stakes both for ECOWAS and for the junta, which has shown its willingness to escalate its actions since it seized power on July 26. Representatives of the junta told the United States Under Secretary of the State Victoria Nuland of the threat to Bazoum during her visit to the country this week. United States officials confirmed that account, also speaking on the condition of anonymity because they are not authorized to speak to the media. Still on the matter, the African Union has pledged support to the Western African Community of Nations ECOWAS. The union's chairman Musa Faki Mahamat said he stands behind the group's response to the coup in Niger after a key summit in Niger's capital, Abuja. In Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Yesterday, ECOWAS instructed its military chiefs to put together an intervention force for a possible development in Niger, but stressed that the key priority was to move forward by peaceful means. I will wrap up the news with this and a recap of the major stories. From the news, Nigerian troops ambush Boko Haram terrorists and neutralizing two in Borno. Bayero University, Kano BUK extends student registration exercise by 1 month. Niger's military junta threatened to kill Bazoum if ECOWAS sent troops to Niger. On behalf of the news department and the news editor Haruna Ahmed Bultua, I am Salma Adam Iko. Have a great night.